All right. Hi, welcome. Welcome, guys. This is the first of many videos to come to the YouTube channel, which I began building last year and then took a hiatus because I wasn't really sure with the direction of where I was going, but I did some really cool meditation videos last summer in my little homemade teepee. And this year I am taking it a little bit deeper. I have some more meditations that I have created to target specific things. And when I say target, I don't mean like it's meditation. So it's a time of silence, it's a time of releasing, and it's a time of focusing on whatever you desire to focus on in that particular meditation. So I've created one meditation that was called a holy meditation. And I'll take you through that in a second. I have created another one which was called well, I didn't create the term because there are many various models of this one, but I did write the particular one that I'm going to bring to this channel, and that is called a death meditation. And yes, it sounds terribly morbid, and why would anybody want to take a class that is called a death meditation class? And I even thought about changing the name because it is kind of disrupting, and I honestly prayed about it, and what the Lord told me was that no, don't change the name. This is a glimpse of a reality that could or can be. And what I mean by that is it's a walkthrough of your last day, your last hours on earth. If you knew you were dying that day, it takes you and it walks you through all of your senses, all 5 of the senses, and it gets you to a place of complete surrender and complete recognition of the end, the awareness that you're about to take that journey, the awareness of transcending to heaven. It takes you to those final moments and what you would be thinking, how would you feel? So it kind of just walks you through a what if scenario, but at the same time, it really digs deep into your heart and it pulls out any unforgiveness you may have. It pulls out any bitterness that might be there, and it really causes you to focus on the things that are important in this life. And that's why I believe it is a very powerful meditation. It's very powerful because it's very, very healing to your body, to your spirit, and your soul. It targets all 3 of those things. And, you know, it'll send you into a state of great forgiveness, great love. It brings you forth great compassion. And it forces you to face the Almighty and confess to Him any wrongs that you may have done in your lifetime, any things that you just need to get out and get clear of. So it is a very spiritual meditation, and it is based on Christianity. So I'm just letting you know that. You can choose to do or not do. That is completely up to you. But I serve and love the Lord God and Jesus Christ, His Son. So my meditations are biblically based, and that's where I come from, because the Lord said we should meditate on His Word, seek Him through meditation and prayer and contemplation of the Word. And it is in that manner that I create meditations. I'm also bringing to this channel in the very near future the workshops that I am creating. So these are under the umbrella of the Junkie Gypsy Abundant Life series. And what this is that there are a series of workshops that are inspired by the Lord, that He, in His creativity, blessed me with giving me I mean, honestly, they came from Him. I look back and I read them and I'm like, what? What? Did I create that? And realizing that He inspired me totally. So the first 3 workshops of the series are called Energy Anatomy, uh, Soul and Spirit Surgery, and Grounding and Roots RX. After I tell you the titles, I'll just go through a brief overview. And then I am also working on some worship workshops that will utilize movement through dance, ballet, a series of ballet, dance, and using hula hoops, kind of like a jubilee worship. So I believe that's going to be really fun when I get those out. And I am also, because my heart and my passion and in my walk in life, I have overcome many, many addictions. And my heart and soul really lies in helping others come out of the bondage of addictions, and addictions in any form, whether it's food, drugs, alcohol, whether it's too much TV, whatever the vice is an addiction. And I have such a deep, deep compassion to serve people who are needing to find tools that will help them in their journey to healing and sobriety. So I am working on, and it is in the process of being created right now, a healing addiction workshop. I do not have a name for it, but it's coming. So that's another one. And my goal is to have all of these workshops recorded along with the meditations and uploaded to this channel so that anybody, they're free here. They're free on YouTube. Whereas if I was teaching them in person, there would be a fee to cover the cost in person of the materials. The only disadvantage is to YouTube is that you won't have all of the worksheets and the booklet. Now, I will link up some of the Google Docs to the videos so that you can print those out, but it's not going to be the full workbook with each workshop. So, but at least it's here. And I'm also hopefully, this is my prayer, that I will be sharing some Christian yoga videos with you guys. And right now, what I am having to walk through this journey, because one of my great struggles in life was with my weight. And it's been up and down and up and down throughout my 42 years of life. I had 4 kids before the age of 25. I once weighed 180 pounds. Then I lost all that weight through a series of addictions. And about 5 years ago, I actually began a healthy process of changing up my diet, staying away from certain foods and exercising and things like that. And I lost a lot of weight. And I maintained that for a very long time. Now, in these last 6 months or so, I've actually put on a lot of weight because I left the original plan that I had been following. And I've been struggling a lot with sugar and sweets. And I'm not sure where this came from. I believe it was a plan of the enemy to get me distracted in a way so I would not fulfill the things that I am fulfilling now. So I am going through a process of loving myself as I am now, B, going back to the basics with food. The Lord has called me to follow a diet, a biblical diet, not the Daniel fast, although that is wonderful and I love it. But for me, He's called me to just follow biblical foods, period. Now, I don't eat a lot of meat or chicken just because. I wouldn't say that I'm a vegetarian, but I just choose not to. And I love fruits and vegetables. So he called me to eat that. And then he told me, so he's like, eat like Jesus. Think about the foods Jesus ate. The figs and the olives and the flatbread and things of that nature. And so I'm studying that right now, but those are the things I'm kind of going back to because I got really off track with my food for a long time. And it resulted in depression. It resulted in feeling bloated and sluggish, no energy, and just a lot of insecure feelings coming to the surface. And so the Lord has called me to do 40 days and 40 minutes. Now what that means is for 40 days, throughout the day, at different 40-minute increments, I have assignments. And one assignment is to pray, journal, and study the Word for 40 minutes. The next is to spend 40 minutes in worship and praise. The next is 40 minutes of exercise or yoga. The next is 40 minutes of running, not walking, and I have an issue with walking that I'll share in a sec. And 40 minutes of creating content for my business, 40 minutes for creating content for the ministry, and so forth. And that I am on day 3 today. And the first day was phenomenal. I felt like, wow, this is amazing. Yay. Yesterday was a little bit harder because I was a little more off topic. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I did what I was supposed to do. I snuck in an ice cream, which was not okay, but okay. I was trying to get it out of the house too, so I ate it. It was really hot outside. And I don't condemn myself for that. That's fine. But I know that the Lord wants his best for me. And so today, here it is 11:30 a.m. and I have done my prayer, my meditation. I have worshiped and really sought the Lord. I actually did communion. And now I'm filming a video, which is part of my time slots. But I will share with you my little issue of walking. I do not own a car at this moment. And I live in a city where it is super convenient to walk everywhere. And I was working and now I've stepped out into my business and ministry full time. And I would walk to work. And it was a 1-hour walk from my house to work every day and a 1-hour walk home. And I loved it because I could put on a great podcast and I could listen to YouTube or whatever. And it just fed me. And I loved those walks. Well, since stepping away from my bread and butter work outside of, what I'm creating, I got into a habit of leaving the house at about 10 a.m., between 10 and 10:30, and saying, oh, I'm going for a walk. And then I'd walk for 2-3 hours, and I'd come back home at like 2 o'clock. Suddenly it's 2 o'clock. Suddenly I'm tired. Suddenly nothing gets done. And then the day's over. And yet the weird thing is that I was gaining weight while I was walking. So I found myself doing a lot of wandering, not really accomplishing anything, just being distracted and wandering and wandering and wandering. And the Lord said, stop wandering. Stop. Okay? I understand that it worked for a while and I wanted you to do that for a while, but it's taking time away. It's distracting you. It has become an idol. So let it go. With that being said, he told me to do the 40 and the 40. So that's why I was sharing that with you. It doesn't take much in this world that we live in to fall into worshiping an idol, especially in this day and age. And I know in my personal journey that I don't recognize them for a while. So my goal in my business and in my ministry is to help others live truly free, and not be in bondage of anything. It is to help people to fulfill their dreams and take action on their unique calling in life, because each person in this world has a gift and a talent and a thing that God only gave to them and put inside of them. And He calls them for that purpose. So when that person does not rise up and answer that call, or maybe they don't know about it and they just meander through life, and then they get to the end of their life and it's over, they never fulfilled that thing that God put inside of them. And the world missed out. We missed out on being blessed by that person. So my business dream and goal is to help people find their unique purpose and support you in it. So I have a mentoring program that I'm available to mentor people in taking action on their dreams and their goals. And it's not just that. How, do you need help and support in just creating a really good daily routine for yourself? Do you need help and support, making a plan of action, and do you need somebody to be accountable to so that you can actually get to work? So there's many things mentors do in that capacity to support people who are moving forward in life, who are continuing their journey in personal growth and development. And that's what my mentoring program is about. So that's just another aspect of my business. And I plan on bringing some topics of discussion as far as mentoring goes to this channel as well. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for you guys and let you know that that will be coming eventually. And like I said, the workshops and the details of the rewinding back to energy anatomy workshop, it's all about our energy and the vibes we put out, how we are responsible for creating an environment in our home as women, as mothers, or just housewives, or wives alone, or moms alone, but we are, the vibration we put out dictates the vibration in our house, dictates the energy in our home. So that's what that workshop is about, and it actually goes really deep. The second one is spirit and soul surgery. And I explained the difference between your soul and your spirit, because there's actually a really big difference in both, and how to utilize both to make you whole. And that gets really deep too. And then the last one is roots and grounding. And it's how to be rooted and grounded so that you can better weather the storms of life, so that you don't lose footing and get swept away by chaos and confusion in this world. And so far, I'm really loving that workshop. I am almost complete. I've just got to create it. Each workshop has its own Spotify playlist. It has its own set of affirmation and intention cards. And it also has questions, like worksheet questions for you to reflect back and answer. And I know I'm forgetting something else it has. It has prayers. Some of them have scriptures to go back, and the scriptures are based on each different workshop. Yeah, there's just a lot of tools included in each workshop. And that's, like I said, that's the only thing you don't get with doing them on YouTube, is you won't physically have the affirmation cards or the intention cards, but you'll be able to go to Spotify and tap on the playlist for sure. But anyway, so that is Junkie Gypsy Inspirations Evolution, and that's where we are going with this channel. I thank you for watching. I love you. I pray that you will come back and follow me once I add more content. But my job is to serve you and to help you and to see you and to love you. So I just pray that you live with intention, love with passion, learn for life, and get crazy inspired to change your corner of the world. Mwah. Until next time.